Good morning, it's Kathy. It is Thursday, April 16th, 2020. I am a CPA, a Chartered Professional Accountant in London, Ontario, Canada, and here is my daily update. So I've been meaning to say something. I probably should be saying this every day, but I've been doing these videos for a while now, and I just need to point out that the newest videos are more correct than the older videos. So if you go through and watch all the videos and there's conflicting information, it's because the rules have changed. So the newer the videos are, the more correct and accurate they are. So just keep that in mind. Okay, so yesterday we got an announcement from the Prime Minister that we have been waiting for, which is the some of the enhancements or adjustments to the CERB program. The CERB is the $2,000 a month income support for individuals, and previously you needed to be at zero income for 14 consecutive days during the 4-week period that you applied, and you needed to expect to stay at zero going forward during the CERB period, which is a 4-month period max, the way it's written right now. So it quickly became obvious that this was excluding a lot of people who were still working part-time, maybe had gone full-time to part-time, had always been part-time, and people who were self-employed and were feeling like they would have to shut down their businesses completely, especially people that sell things online, or authors and musicians who have royalties and they have no control over when the money comes in, but it may be a very small amount of money and they didn't want to lie on their applications, which is never, you never want to lie on these applications, but they were feeling like, I can't subsist on $25 a month. Or whatever. So so this has been addressed. So I just wanted to recap. So if you want to go back and see the history of this. So my first video on where they first announced that they were going to make enhancements or adjustments was my April 7th video. That's where I read off the list of how they thought they were going to do enhancements. And one of the things they mentioned there was for people who work 10 hours a week or less. Yesterday's announcement didn't mention anything about 10 hours. So I'm guessing that's off the table now. And probably the reason for that is 10 hours of work can be a very widely ranging amount of money depending on what your hourly rate is, right? And I think they realize that. And again, they're trying to focus on the lowest income people. So so there's no mention of the 10 hours in yesterday's announcement, but there was in that summary that I did on April 7th. And then on Saturday, April 11th, the Parliament convened to talk about the 75% wage subsidy. And within there was a paragraph about the different groups of people, situations that they were trying to address in the adjustments to the CERB. So my video about that is Monday, April 13th. Okay, so fast forward to yesterday was April 15th, Wednesday. The Prime Minister in his daily announcement press conference, he talked about some enhancements. So he didn't talk about all the situations that were originally announced. Again, I think what they're trying to get to the most in their perception, the most desperate situations first. So these are the ones that they are announcing now. So this is kind of what the Prime Minister said, but also what's on the CRA website now. So I'm going to have to read a bit because it's pretty complicated. And if you think you now qualify, you'll just have to go through the application process. I can't address every single situation. You'll have to go through it and answer the questions as to how it applies to you. So as I said, they initially said you had to be at zero income, employment income or self-employment income, for 14 consecutive days within the 4-week period that you were applying. Now what they're saying, so CERB is a 4-month maximum thing, $2,000 a month for a maximum of 4 months, the way it's set up right now, and you do need to reapply for each period. So what they're saying is that your first claim, so for the first 4-week period, you cannot have earned more than $1,000 in employment or self-employment income for 14 consecutive days within the 4-week period during which you apply. So it used to be zero, now it's 1,000. So employment income, that would be your gross earnings, not your take-home pay, your number of hours times your hourly rate. Or if you're on a salary and they've put you down to a flat amount that's less than what it used to be, it's $1,000 gross. Okay, so you have to look at your pay stub, or you need to talk to your payroll person just to confirm that $1,000. If you're self-employed, they're saying income. They're not saying sales or revenue, they're saying income. So you need to have a good handle on your accounting records here. So it's your sales minus your cost of goods sold minus your other expenses. So if you're selling widgets online and you sell them for $2,000, but the cost of the widgets is $750, that leaves you at $1,250 gross margin. And then you need to subtract your other expenses, whatever they are, whether it's your rent or your cell phone or blah, blah, blah. Anyway, it's not your sales, it's your net income. So, okay, so that's for the first claim. And for subsequent claims, so period 2, 3, and 4, you cannot have earned more than $1,000 in employment or self-employment income over the 4-week period. So not just 14 days, over the 4-week period. And the way it's worded online, it's you cannot expect to earn. So that's a little difficult, but I do think that this will help a lot of people who are saying, you know, I wrote this book and I get royalties, and $25 just drops in my bank account. I have when one is sold, I have no control over that. So this is really going to address that. And it's also going to help out people who have businesses selling stuff online and they don't, or even selling stuff in person if they're still allowed to sell, depending on what the industry is. You don't want to shut down your business completely. And that was the kind of decision that self-employed people were having to make. So hopefully this will address that. Okay, the other two that the Prime Minister announced, the other two situations that he announced yesterday, they're going to enhance the CERB to include seasonal workers whose EI is done, but their seasonal work is now not available because of COVID-19, and also include offer CERB to workers whose EI is done, but now they're ready to start working again and they're unable to find work because of COVID-19. So I believe the first part about the $1,000, I believe that's live on the CERB application now. I'm not sure about the last two things that I just mentioned. Maybe somebody can tell me that. So today is Thursday. The announcement was yesterday. I'm sure all the sources that I follow are going to be doing a lot of analysis today and posting stuff. So I'll be reviewing all that today, and hopefully I'll have some more information tomorrow. And who knows what the Prime Minister will talk about today. Maybe there will be, maybe he'll talk about more information. We're still waiting to find out about post-secondary students, what that's going to look like. And yeah, okay. So that's what we know right now, and I will update you again tomorrow. Thanks. Have a great day.